order. If everybody could please stand for the pledge. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we have the agenda before us. Are there any additions, deletions, or corrections? Okay, I just want to tell people in the audience at 6:15 we will have a hard stop so we can have the lighting request for the Fountains of Edgewood at number 5. Seeing no corrections, we'd like to go ahead. We have nothing under unfinished business, under new business, or the sheriff's report, so it takes us right to the fiscal officer report.
Thank you. Fiscal Officer number 1 is a resolution to authorize payment of pending warrants in amount of $149,366.40.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 2 is a resolution to authorize payment of regular payroll in an amount not to exceed $250,000.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 3 is a resolution to authorize payment for the following medical claims.
So moved.
Second, discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 4 is a resolution to authorize the following transfer of funds.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 5 is the bank reconciliation.
Okay. If anybody has any questions, please see Tom after.
Fiscal Officer number 6 is the financial report.
Any concerns?
No concerns, no.
If anybody has any questions for Tom, please see him after in regards to that as well.
Fiscal Officer number 7 is a resolution to amend Resolution 07658 to state the amount of a blanket purchase order may be opened without resolution be increased from $3,000 to $7,000. The amount of regular purchase order may be opened without a resolution be increased from $2,000 to $5,000.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Just, this aligns with inflation and not just inflation, but some of the standard practices instead of tying our department heads. We ultimately see this before every meeting anyways in warrants, so this is just a wise idea. So
Yeah.
thanks for those of you who identified this and brought it forward.
Yeah, it hasn't been changed in 17 years, so
It's definitely
times have
needed.
really changed.
Yeah, a simple breakdown could have,
Mm-hmm.
been that amount.
Thank you, Lisa, for putting that together. And Drew, all right, go ahead. Oh, roll call, sorry.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
That concludes the fiscal officer report.
Thank you, Tom. Now take us over to the administrator, Ms. Campbell.
Thank you. I have a resolution to authorize payment to C.R. Kurtz for a new air conditioning unit not to exceed $7,951.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Yeah,
Are you guys holding up over there, Tom?
it's so hot over there. Thank God Chief brought in a plug-in air conditioning unit for them today
Yeah, I
because
really
it,
want to thank Chief.
yeah, I mean, it was
It really helped.
so hot in
Good.
there. And this week's horrible, so thank you, Chief.
I appreciate it.
That's the original one too, isn't it?
Yep, it's
That-
the original one.
Well, that's good life.
Next one won't last
No,
that
it
long.
won't.
I
No,
hate to say that, but
no.
Planned obsolescence.
yeah.
Okay. Roll call?
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
And that's the end of the administrator report.
Thank you, Ms. Campbell. Now take us over to Chief with the fire department.
Thank you. Item number 1 is a resolution by Plain Township Board of Trustees, Stark County, to accept the resignation of Chase Abdul as a part-time firefighter paramedic.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Item number 2 is a resolution by Plain Township Board of Trustees to grant the request for tuition reimbursement to Brooke Tallman, the Akron General Paramedic Program, not to exceed $4,500.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Good money spent.
Absolutely.
Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
All right, item number 3 is a resolution by Plain Township Board of Trustees to authorize the purchase and payment of 8 tires for tanker 1 from Ziegler Tire and Supply, not to exceed $4,100.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Who's fire department? Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. That now takes us over to the road department. Drew?
Thank you. Road Department number 1 is a resolution to authorize purchasing payment of $18,486.06 to Henderson Products Incorporated for parts to repair unit number 2 and unit number 4.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thank you. Road Department number 2 is a resolution to authorize payment to Alliance Motors for the repair of unit 2 and 4, not to exceed $12,329.14.
So moved.
Second,
Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thank you. Road Department number 3 is a resolution to authorize purchase and payment to Winter Equipment for 7 11-foot Razor XL carbide snowplow cutting edges with hardware not to exceed $16,574.25.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Are these those new blades we started to try?
Yes, we bought 2 last year,
Okay.
and we have plenty of steel blades left, so instead of buying more steel blades at $10,000, we're gonna start outfitting trucks with those.
Okay, that's what I was just make sure they were the same. Cool.
Yep, same thing.
Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thank you. Road Department number 4 is a resolution to accept and sign the general contract for the Orange Street Northwest Improvement Project Phase 1.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thank you. Road Department number 5 is a resolution to accept and sign the memorandum of understanding between Plain Township and the City of North Canton with a funding summary attached for the Orange Street Northwest Improvement Project Phase 1.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Here, you. Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thank you. That concludes Road Department.
Thank you, Drew. That takes us over to Tom with zoning.
Thank you, ma'am. Item number 1 is a resolution to declare items A and B as nuisance abatements.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
And that's all for zoning.
Thank you. That takes us over to Rob.
Thanks. Item number 1 is a resolution to authorize payment to the Hampton Inn and Suites by Hilton Canton, Ohio for hotel accommodations for amphitheater entertainment.
So moved.
Second,
Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thanks. Item number 2 is a resolution to adopt the updated indoor league and rules procedures packet.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thank you. Item number 3 is a resolution for purchase and payment to Sarso Chevrolet Inc. for 1 truck with a plow package.
So moved.
Second. Discussion.
Is this in addition to, or is this gonna replace one of those Spitzer?
We're hoping it's going to replace one of those Spitzer purchases since it's been over 19 months and we still haven't been able to get a hold of it.
But truck 28 needs repaired, and
That
I
is
mean,
correct.
so ultimately it'd be in addition to, not to replace those two,
Apologize.
yeah.
Okay.
Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Item number 4 is a resolution to enter into to authorize the Parks Director to enter into an agreement with Ron Camilleri for 2025 amphitheater entertainment.
So moved.
Second,
Discussion.
I would just like to comment, outside of our opening show, probably maybe selling the most tickets, that was the most engaged crowd I've seen at any show. I
He
mean,
said that too.
It was,
told
it was
Rob
honestly
that
so
too.
fun to watch, you know, the
He
more,
told us
the
that was
more
the most
mature.
engaged crowd in 2 years.
Wow, the more mature population, I mean, just standing up, dances, it was so fun, it was so fun.
It was a blast.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
so good.
Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
That'll conclude Parks.
Thank you, Rob. There is nothing under the law director. That'll take us over to communications. Ms. Campbell.
Thank you. Item number 1 is a communication from Mary Bedell that reads, Rob, Lisa, and team, thank you so much for all of your help with Plain Local Schools convocation. We appreciate your continued support and collaboration. We're already looking forward to next year. Go Eagles, Mary Bedell.
Oh, that's nice.
Mhm.
It's always a good time. Very enthusiastic, and I saw the Team Middle Branch, woo, won this year.
As they should have, given
Yep.
their response was pretty awesome.
Okay.
Playing the home crowd.
Oh, yeah. All right, this takes us to the portion of the meeting where we've reached the public speaking segment, and we welcome any audience member who wishes to address the board. You may refer to our public speaks format that is located on the back desk. You can approach the podium or stay seated, whichever you prefer. Please provide your name and address to the fiscal officer to be included in the minutes. Please note that in accordance with the Plain Township regulations, each speaker is allotted 3 minutes to ensure all viewpoints are heard effectively, fostering fairness and accommodating diverse perspectives within the allotted time frame. Keep in mind that this is not a question and answer format, but an opportunity to speak. The board respects the rights of the citizens to present differing opinions, views, and criticisms. Both the board and the citizens are expected to respect the comments of others while maintaining the highest levels of decorum. Is there anyone that would like to speak in the audience? Okay, seeing none, now take us to the approval of the minutes, and after that, we do not close until 6:15, so we can be
So also
for
on the
the
approval of the minutes,
Second?
discussion.
we will have about 3 minutes of conversation.
Yeah.
Just avoid that. No, I'm good.
Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes,
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
well, that's a first. We've never gotten to a whole, with
Now?
any type of 6:15, so there you go.
Just take these back.
Lighting.
Good job on that sign, Drew.
Excuse me?
I said, good job. Job on that sign quick.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Yep.
Probably a little offensive, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the 4th one in that neighborhood.
Is that right?
I've let Lieutenant Paul know about that.
But what was impressive is she let Drew know.
Oh, yeah.
Drew had it fixed immediately,
Yeah.
and they were appreciative.
Yep.
She sent a very nice email, Drew,
Yep.
thank you for
Saw it.
taking care of that
Nice.
so quickly.
It all ties back to why the levies passed.
Yep, that's right. That's-
Timely response and action.
Down here, down here, and then go over here. I'll be for
One time I go, this is hot.
Yeah, it's gonna be, I got water, that's when I'll be here. I got it.
Oh, yeah, I did that. When I got home, they were looking a little.
No, I did, but I was,
Yeah, there's 10, 50, plus the people who bought the other ticket. There's over 100.
No. I think there's some.
Are you doing the amphitheater versus Thursday? Are you at the fair, bud? Fair traffic.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse, being.
That's my When's the fair over?
So they won't park any cars down there for the.
I mean, even with the.
oh, it's gotta be miserable. It's gotta be.
They'll park in the pool.
I mean, that's such a stressful point, especially the dairy cattle, more so than cattle.
Yeah.
We had the same 20 people come to the house.
This is just hard information, but I can remember.
So it's always good for us.
40%. Each straps, yeah, because those are pretty, that's the big class, so. They only want that.
We'll get other stuff going, so probably is part three.
Okay, at this time, we're gonna have a hard stop, so we can turn it over to our fiscal officer, Mr. Wolf, in regards to the street lighting request for the fountains at Edgewood number 5.
Thank you. We received a petition to establish fountains at Edgewood number 5 lighting district. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in favor of the lighting district? Seeing none, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak against the lighting district? Seeing none, do you want me to do the resolution then? So I have a resolution to approve the petition for the lighting district for Fountains of Edgewood number 5 with 7 streetlights to be located as follows and to certify the cost of the special assessment to the property owners with the Stark County Auditor.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes. At this time, we do not have the need for executive session, so I will make the motion at 6:16 to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.